Hello, everybody. This is Gene Star 134. After a huge sabbatical, I am back, giving you two new movie reviews. This one will be of Dredd. The next one will be of Premium Rush. So stay tuned after this video, and you'll get a twofer. So now, after watching so many movies on being on my sabbatical, and I became a bit cynic. So this is why I'm actually going for Dredd first. Now, I know Dredd is based off the original Judge Dredd that was Sylvester Stallone's movie. Now, difference in time is completely relevant, so now I will be only focusing on this one and without any comparison to the original Judge Dredd. Now, Judge Dredd, or Dredd as the movie is called, is about this form of new political society where a cop is judge, jury, and executioner, as a cliche goes. Now, they put more of a very morose tone to it, coming into how the main character, Dredd, slays people without malice, without any idea, without any character, but at the same time it's still identifiable because it feels empowering to see someone be so strong and so independent and so controlling. But it leaves such to be desired, but I'm jumping ahead of myself. First, we'll start off with the cast. No one really recognizable out of the whole entire cast. The only one I can honestly say is Karl Urban. The only reason I recognize Karl Urban is for his selection of movies. I believe he did Red, a part in Red, but I may be wrong. But I know he did one of my movies that I actually liked was Doom. Surprisingly, I liked Doom, and a lot of people didn't really identify with that, but that's neither here nor there. He did Priest. It was an okay movie. Pretty much, he flies under the radar in so many ways that I can like him as an actor, but at the same time, he could do more, and they just don't give him the ability. Yes, he was in Red. He was William Cooper, but that's a side note. Everyone else, no name, kind of just thrown into what seems like a high budget movie with low budget actors. They pretty much did this as a rebirth kind of thing where they just wanted to bring another movie back from the dead. And that can be identifiable for anyone who wants to be nostalgic. They can watch this movie. But moving on to the story. The story is very simple. Judge Dredd is one of the cop teams with a new trainee who has psychic powers, which is kind of overpowered in itself. It makes no sense, but again, tangents, I know. And so their goal is to stop a new drug out there called slow-mo that slows your brain down to a tenth of reality, so your response time and everything else seems a lot slower than it actually is. So, in a way, it's the cocaine, the whatever you want to call it, of today. So their goal is to raid this one facility that has three murders. And so they start investigating and find out the facility is run by the owner of the gangs and the proprietor of the drug named Mama. Now they must survive the onslaught of the whole building and get to Mama. And that's the plot. There is nothing else besides that. There is no technicality, there is no real big thickness to it, there's no real other story besides that. It's just pretty much slow mo graphics, blood, and gore. And then casual sex scene, or not really casual, but kind of a surprise, somewhat idealistic sex scene, just as shock and awe everyone. And at the same time, it's just a glorified guys movie. Not to say you can't enjoy it, it's just to say it lacks anything that's worth called a movie. So, in my cynical sense, I say don't watch it. Please don't watch it unless you want violence and gore and just a movie that will dumb you down. and that's all it is a dumb movie, but that sometimes you need that dumb movie. So my review for this movie is that it could have been better, could have been a lot better. Judge Dredd could have done a lot more. They could have really panned out the characters from two-dimensional to three-dimensional, especially when they gave them their chances. But what can you do with an hour and 30 minutes? And honestly, it just didn't make the cut. It was one of those movies that I watched and I'm waiting for it and I'm waiting for it and I'm waiting for it. It just didn't surprise me. It disappointed me. And I hope this does not offend anyone who's a fan of Judge Dredd, but the new one just isn't not there. And I hope you enjoyed this review. Please stick around or check for my next review, which will be on Premium Rush. Gene Starwin, 34, signing out.